Hello everyone. Thought I'd get on today and show you this very different wreath that I'm making. This one's made out of burlap, and I haven't made a lot of these. This is actually my only second one. I made another one similar to it a couple years ago actually. I will be honest, I just kind of made it up. But that's what I love about wreath making or doing any kind of crafts, is taking something and trying to decide, how can I do this different? What's a different technique that I can do that I've never seen before? So I had a client who saw the first one I made, and it is different, and if I can figure it out, I will attach a picture of the first one I made so that you can see just two different technique styles, using different colors and whatnot. So anyways, I had a client who saw that picture and she asked me to make her another one. And she wanted it obviously to be tailored to her decor and her door. So she has a bright yellow door and she has navy accents. And so she wanted this farmhouse style. So what I've done is I've taken burlap that I just got at Walmart. So I have this cream colored burlap. It's an off-white cream, and whichever one you want to call it. The standard tan. And here's a tip when you're buying burlap at Walmart. So I know at least at our Walmart, we have two different sections that sell burlap, the rolled burlap. So it'll come, rolled up in a roll like that. The ones that are over where the colored burlap is, like in the sewing section, I wish I would have kept, let's see if I can find what the brand is called. I ripped it all off. Anyways, so there's a section that has colored burlap and then the tan burlap too. And the tan comes in a bigger roll. It's like twice as this. In the sewing section, the tan one was almost $8. However, if you go over to where the floral is, they have tan burlap, and it's actually a little bit of a softer burlap. It was only $5 for the bigger roll. So these are about $5 as well. So you're getting twice as much for the same price as these smaller ones. So don't buy the one in the sewing section, go to the floral section, find the other one. These ones are 6 inches wide, the other one's 5.5, but no one's gonna notice the difference. Okay, so that's a good tip. Okay, so I'm starting on just a Dollar Tree wreath base, and I'm using pipe cleaners to attach everything. If you have seen my other burlap videos, this one's sort of similar, but yet it's different. It's a totally different look. So instead of using ribbons today, I'm actually using fabric. So I just went to Hobby Lobby when the fabric was on sale. I always get fabric when it's on sale. And I just picked out some fabric that she would love. So I got this pretty kind of paisley, florally, I guess it's not necessarily paisley, but pretty floral. This one is a pretty yellow because she wanted yellow to kind of tie into her door. And the dots in the middle are actually a navy as well. So we kind of thought that would tie everything together. She wanted kind of a farmhouse style. So we're adding in the chicken wire and the plaid. So those are the four that I'm using. So I got 1/4 yard of each of them. And then I cut them into 15-inch long strips by about 2 to 2.5 wide. So about that. And I just used my scallop edge blade. I buy these on Amazon, and I can put a link to these in the video because I can't ever find them in any craft store. I've looked in Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and I can never find them. So these, if you buy the 45 millimeter, they can fit onto any style. So like I have different brands, the Auto Tool or the Fiskars, but it would fit onto any one of them. So, okay. And it comes with several blades. So like I said, I will put a link to that in the comments of this video. So let's get started, okay? So I didn't want to have to sit and show you the whole thing because nobody wants to watch an entire video of that unless it's sped up. So I have 2 sections left. So there's 6 sections on here, and I'm doing 8 pieces of burlap in each section, okay? So all I'm doing is, for me on this one, I wanted it to be not uniform. I wanted it to just kind of be very, what's the word? Shaggy, farmhousey, just... I always want to use the word messy, but that doesn't sound nice. I don't know. Hopefully you guys can understand what I'm meaning by that. Let me turn off, I forgot to turn off my do not disturb, and we don't want to be hearing things here. So let me do that really quick. Anyways, okay, so So all I'm doing is I'm just going to be taking a piece. So I'm going to take a navy one, and I cut these at 10 inches. And so I'm just going to scrunch in the middle. So if you watched my other burlap videos, I turned this way and scrunched like this to make these cute little bundles. But we're going to do it the opposite this time. We're going to go in the middle lengthwise and make a nice big looking bow this way. So, and like I said, I'm doing no rhyme, no reason. I'm just kind of doing whatever. If that bothers you, do a pattern. If you feel like you have to have a pattern or else it's just going to irritate you, that's totally fine. Go for it. I like to just attach here to here on the outside, the two middle or the two inside. So like I said, if you feel like you need to do a pattern, go for it. No big deal. I just wanted to kind of have it just be random. So, okay, and then I'm just gonna twist and snip. And like I said, I'm gonna be doing 8 in each of these. So let me get a brown or a tan, whatever way you wanna say. And then I'm gonna show you how to attach our fabric here. So with each section, I'm kind of alternating with the fabric. So I started on this one right here and I did 3. Let's see, let me move my wreath so you guys can see that. Okay, so I'm gonna bend that. Make sure you really bend down your pipe cleaner. I like to fold it over so it doesn't scratch on anyone's door or wall. Okay, so on here, if you can see, the back side's a little easier to see. So I've done 3 fabric little ties on the back side, and then 4 on this one, 3, 4, and then so I'm gonna do 3 on this one, okay? All right, so all I simply did is I did do a pattern with this. So I started with, let's see if I can remember my pattern. I worked on this yesterday. Okay. So my next step would be my chicken wire here, it looks like. So I'm taking my strip and I'm just keeping it folded in half. And I'm going to, on this one, I decided to only do it on, if you look, I only have it on just 1 ring. And I'm doing it only on the 2 middle ones. So my last one was the inner middle one, so I'm gonna do it on the outer middle. And all I'm simply doing is making it go under, and then I'm opening up that fold and bringing that in here and just like that, okay? And then I just kind of manipulate it so it's sitting on top of the burlap. You can even kind of try to twist so you can see both sides. If you can find double-sided fabric, that's obviously the best. The plaid is double-sided, so that's perfect, so it doesn't matter which way, but double-sided fabric is very hard to find. So just kind of manipulate it the best way that you can. Okay, so I'm gonna now continue with my cream. And again, some of these I cut, I don't know, I was kind of just all over the place. Between 10 and 11 inches. I was kind of the same way with my fabric. I was doing between 2 and 2.5. I mean, at first I was getting kind of nervous that the 1/4 inch wasn't going to be enough, but it will be more than enough. I'll even have a little extra. So the plan with this is that I will add a sign and a bow, and I feel like that's when it kind of all comes together. Do you guys ever make something and you kind of go, I don't know how I'm liking it? But then as soon as you add those signs, your bows, your greenery, whatever it might be, it kind of all comes together, and then you go, okay, wait, no, never mind, I do like this. We're doing good. So just remember, sometimes you gotta just trust the process and keep going. This is really easy to do. I did the other style of burlap the other day, and oh my gosh, it just really hurt my fingers for some reason. I don't normally have that problem, and my fingers have now been sore for days. Like here, does anybody else have that problem? I'm in my late 30s, and I'm now worried I'm getting arthritis or something. I also do hair out of my home. So, okay, so the same thing, I'm gonna do the inner ring. But I work a lot with my hands, and so I get a little worried that I'm gonna get, carpal tunnel or arthritis. So anybody else has that issue and has any awesome tips for me, feel free to share. Because, oh boy, my fingers, like I said, have just been really sore the last couple days. So, Okay, I think I'm gonna go tan next. I'm gonna do that one on the inner ring. Like I said, I'm not really following a pattern. I'm just kind of looking as I'm going. This is my, I tell people that I don't feel like I'm artistic, but I guess this is a form of being artistic. You know, being able to create in any way is a form of art. So I guess in a way I am. Okay, so I already have 2 going on here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know about you guys, but I often, I'm a crazy person. And even though I will count something out, I feel like I immediately am counting it out again shortly later because I just forget. So bear with my craziness here if I'm counting multiple times and that's driving me crazy. So anyways, do any of you guys make art, any kind of art, pottery or paintings? Our mother, she, right before she retired last year, she started painting watercolors, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 2 more. And I have been, we all have, we've just been really amazed and stunned at the beauty of this art she's been creating. She's never painted, and all of a sudden she just decided, you know what, I'm gonna paint. And she's done an amazing job. So sometimes I think we just don't even know what skills we have until we just try something. And she's been loving this. She actually has painted me some pictures for my home, and I absolutely love that because then I just feel like I can show off my mom's artwork and be braggy about it, you know? It's great. Okay. So this is number 7, and you see that I added my last fabric right there. Let's do our last one. Let's see. Let's do a blue. All right, you don't have to be precise with these either. If you don't fold it right in the middle or scrunch right in the middle, no big deal. Nobody's gonna know. That's what the beauty is behind some of these kind of things. When it's got this kind of farmhouse boho kind of feel, it's supposed to just be really, I don't know, easy breezy here. Take any of these things here that are falling off. So, all right. Okay, so that's that section. So we have one more section to go, and I will see if I can make myself go a little faster here so you guys don't have to watch. And that way we can move on to the next thing. So the next thing I did, and I can talk about that, I guess, while we're doing this, is I made, I guess I should hold it this way. This sign right here says Home Sweet Home. So I will tell you that sign, so the wood plank itself came from Walmart in their little craft section where like the paint and the pipe cleaners are. They have those wood pieces and they're like less than $3. They have a brown one, and then they have this whitewashed one. I will say with the whitewashed one, it's a little more tricky because vinyl doesn't like to stick with it. So what my sister and I often do is we will sand it off a little bit, and then I often will spray like a clear coat on top of it, and then that way I can get my vinyl to stick on there better. And then that vinyl saying just comes from, uh-oh, I might have a toddler coming down here, just be warned. Anybody else a stay-at-home working mom? Anyways, so my sister and I have silhouette machines, and although mine currently is not working, and that is a whole nother story in itself, which is a very frustrating story. But anyways, so that saying came from the Silhouette store. So I actually had to have my sister print that off for me, and and then I weeded it and put it on the sign myself here. So okay, so remember we're gonna do 4 of the ribbons in here, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. So let's go onto my chicken wire here. Okay, so I got my sign all done, and then once I got my vinyl added to it, I took, and I can even go get it so you guys can see it. Let me go grab it really quick. Oh, it's somewhere here. Okay, I use the Mod Podge Outdoor. This right here. I'm always looking for something that's going to be outdoor quality, and I have a really hard time finding things. If anybody has any something that they love that makes things more waterproofed, sunproof, whatever it might be, feel free to share and let all of us know what you like to use, because we've tried a few different things, some polyurethanes and things. It's just hard to find stuff. So, and I'm always so worried that I'm going to give my customers homemade signs and the vinyl's gonna peel off, because I have had that happen, and it's really, I feel really bad. So even though I'm doing what I can to keep stuff on there. So yeah, if you guys have anything that you love that you feel is just tried and true, please share. So just a little, I'll give you a little backstory here. My sister and I started this business a couple years ago. I'm more of the face of the company. She doesn't really like to do videos or anything, so I'm usually the one that you're hearing and seeing. I do also most of the marketing. She has a little bit of younger kids than I do, even though she's older than I am. And she just has a lot of other things going on. They've been adding on to their house and whatnot. So the last while, I've just been doing a lot more in the company, which is totally fine. I'm a little more business oriented, I think, and it's more just part of my personality. So, but anyways, she lives in Morgan, Utah, and I live in Layton, Utah. And we do wreaths from our homes individually and sell through Facebook and our website. And then we also like to do vendor events. So I've been packing our schedule full of vendor events. So if you are in Utah, in the northern part of Utah, keep an eye out for us. We are going to be doing lots of vendor events. So those are always fun. I love to go out and meet new people and interact. Oh, I'm hearing a small child. Okay, let's do the next one. Hey, Austin, stay upstairs for a minute, buddy. Okay, so now I'm going to do my... Hey, Austin. I'm doing a video. Okay, so now I'm doing this next one. Okay, go tell Daddy.
Mom, I
Sorry, guys.
call my best friend Mario.
Okay. Can you go tell Dad he's in his office? Go see if he'll turn on Minecraft for you. All right, I've got 3 boys. And boy, do they keep me on my toes. So, like I said, I have 2 businesses. I do hair out of my home, and then I do my wreath business out of my home. But you know what? I wouldn't change it for anything. I absolutely love working from my home. It's so nice that I can schedule how I want. I can, you know, do laundry in between clients and making wreaths and get food going and pick up kids from school and all that kind of fun stuff. So it's pretty awesome. Okay, so let's see here. We've got 3 ribbons and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 2 more. And then we'll be moving on to our next thing here. Okay, and it looks like I actually cut the perfect amount of burlap. So like I said, 8 for each. So if you want to kind of figure that out beforehand, you don't have to do 3 different burlaps. You could do all tan or all one color. I actually was thinking about trying that out and seeing how I like just doing just the tan. Okay. Or I think the other one I just did 2 colors. I did tan, and then there's this really pretty blue color from Hobby Lobby. It's like a, I don't even know what you want to call it, a tealy kind of blue. It's really pretty. Okay, let's see here. I'm losing track of which one I'm on here. Okay, so let's scooch this over. But anyways, that's the other one I made. If I can figure it out, because I'm still kind of new to this, guys, I will post a picture of the first one I made. Or not, so I will either try to attach it to this video so you can see it, or what I will probably do is do a little short to entice anybody to come watch this video, and I can post both of the pictures on there. So, all right, let's just get the last 2 of these added on here. I just like to squish everything over so I can see what I have next here. All right. Okay, and I actually have fabric left over. I don't think it would necessarily be, well, you know what? See, I actually have a decent amount. You could probably even get, have enough to make another one, maybe. So that's pretty awesome. I love when you can get double things out of the money, you know? It's always nice. All right, ladies, or gentleman. There's our last one going in here. All right, so like I said, be creative, try new things. That's what I absolutely love. I will admit, I don't feel like I'm the most creative person. I watch some people, wreath makers or other crafters, and I'm like always so amazed at the things they come up with. But I do like to try to challenge myself and figure out new ways that I can do things. And that's how I came up with this. It was just kind of a, I had made a garland, a rag garland. I don't know if you guys know what those are, but I made a rag garland and I had fabric left over and I thought, you know what? Why can't I add this into a wreath? Why not? So that's how I just kind of came up with this. Okay, so I'm going to be putting this in here. Hold on, Austin. Okay, go talk to Daddy. Okay, so you can see it's got a little bit of a shine to it. I have added, I kind of get paranoid, so I like to do a little bit of hot glue underneath the pipe cleaner and then do a staple. This is just a Stanley one. Oh, and it didn't even, I wonder if I'm out of staples. Oh, there we go. Okay. And I'm using 1/4 inch staples. If you do anything more than that, it's going to go right through. So 1/4 inch staples, okay? Okay, and so I'm going to also add a bow on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang this a little bit lower. I had this tip in another video, another reel. I like to use the pipe cleaners from like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, the thicker pipe cleaners. The ones from Dollar Tree are fine, and I have used them, and you can use them. However, sometimes I feel like when you are using them and you're trying to like weed through, you know, your mesh or your, like on this one, I can kind of just move my stuff around and get it attached that way. But there's been, you know, many times where I'm trying to weed my pipe cleaner through mesh. And when it's the pipe cleaners that are from the Dollar Tree, they're not as thick of a wire in the pipe cleaner. And so they just tend to bend. And so it can be really frustrating trying to get that onto your wreath form. So the thicker wires are very helpful. So, okay, so like I said, I'm going to add this down here further towards the bottom, because then our bow can sit up on top. And, you know, feel free. I have to do this all the time. Then I'll get my sign added on, and then oftentimes I have to rearrange. You know, I have to move it around, manipulate it, tighten it, whatever you need to do. So if you don't like how it looks, take it off. Move it somewhere else. Okay, so it's just slightly farther down on the bottom, okay? And then now we're going to do our ribbon. So I kind of felt like I didn't have enough yellow. So I thought this would be really pretty added onto it. So, and I feel like that matches that yellow pretty darn good. And then this, I feel like just has that really pretty kind of farmhouse feel to it. So, and bear with me, I haven't even decided what kind of bow we're gonna make. Oftentimes, I don't know if you guys do this, I kind of just go, I decide as I'm going. Okay, so what I like to do is I come in here and I just kind of decide, okay, how far down do I want this to hang? Hopefully you guys are able to see this. Let me move this wreath out of the way a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that is about, to the tips, a little over 7 inches. This is the Easy Deluxe bow maker. I can also put a link to this in the comments. I love this bow maker. My sister has, I can't think of what brand it is, but she doesn't like it as much. She's seen mine and used mine, and she is just more impressed with the Easy bow maker. She likes that it has the numberings both on the top and they're also on the side, so that you can measure out and see what you're doing. And hers does not have that. So I'm gonna go, I think, about 5.5 inches. We wanna make a pretty good size bow. All right, so 5.5 inches on this side, move that little tail out of the way. And let's go 4 loops total. So let's do another loop here. Okay. All right. Okay, so now we've got our 4 loops, and I just scrunch, scrunch, scrunch in the middle. All right, now let me grab my, is it prepared? Let me grab my pipe cleaner here. So I'm gonna do a couple different things. I'll show you. I like to add string or something in the middle to kind of cover up that pipe cleaner. Okay, so let's dovetail these. Make sure we're, oh, that one's definitely longer. let's even that bad boy out here. I kind of always like to go a little bit longer to start because, you know, it's easier to cut something when it's longer than try to add length to something. I have that same motto with hair. You know, try to start a little longer. That's easier to go shorter. All right, so let's get our yellow guy added. I'm gonna go about the same length here. Okay, so let's do the same. Let's do 4 to start with, and then I think we'll do a little something in the middle. So like I said, just kind of measures out. And a lot of times when it comes to the top ribbon, I just kind of eyeball it. So I want to be able to see that ribbon, so I'm going to leave, I don't know, 1/2 inch or so. Scrunch and twist. Hopefully you guys can't hear my child in the other room making noise. Husband's supposed to be supervising there. He is not. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Sorry, shut the door. Mom life, right? The life of a mother. Okay. All right, let's get that other one added. I'm trying to be quick because I know I don't want to sit and watch really long videos because I just don't have time. Who's got time? I've got so many things I gotta do today. Finally, we've had rain in the last several days, and it's not rainy today. I love the rain. Grateful for it. But I've got to go move my chicken fence, which is, I'm happy it rained because now my ground will be nice and soft. I got to contain my chickens or else they get into all my flower pots and everything. Okay, so I think let's just do that. I think that's cute. I was going to do a little something else, but I think that'll work out just good. Okay. Now, I think what I'm going to do is come in here with just some twine. You can get just like the single stuff from the Dollar Tree, or this stuff. I really like to get these ones from, oh, you know what? I have, well, maybe we'll use brown. I have lots of different colors of this brand. This is from Ashland and it's from Michaels. I actually have a navy one, but you know what? I think I want to do the tan anyways. So I also like to, when I buy signs, I like to buy my signs off of Craft Outlet, and they come with twine on them. And what I'll do is, let's see if I can find one. I thought I had one up here. Oh, I do. I'll cut the backs off of them, and sometimes I'll just use that. So, all right, I'm just going to take that off. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm going to take my pipe cleaner, use my pipe cleaner to attach. Just do a few twists on the back. That will help attach it to our wreath. And then I'm just going to take our twine. I do this kind of stuff all the time here. Just cover up that pipe cleaner, twist, twist. Like I said, get creative in this middle part too. I like to do different colors. Sometimes I'll add, you know, a flower or something in the middle of these bows to cover up things. It just adds a little something extra. All right, so snip that off and readjust ourselves. Make sure you're using wired ribbon. Sometimes I have used ribbon that is not wired, and it works okay, but it definitely is a whole lot trickier to use. So wired ribbon is going to be your best friend. This bottom ribbon is 2 inches wide. The top is 1.5. Let's see, I believe I got this blue one from Michaels, and this yellow one I got from Craft Outlet. Michaels now is having more sales on ribbon. I used to shop there all the time, and I would always get frustrated that they didn't have ribbon on sale. But now, quite often, I will see ribbon on sale that they'll have like a buy 2 get 2 free, or buy 3 get 1 free. Still feel like I need to trim this guy a little bit. So look out for those sales at Michaels. They do the same with mesh now, and they didn't do that for a very long time. So I'm so happy that they're finally doing that. So whenever they do those, I try to stock up on stuff, and I really like, they have a lot of non-wired ribbon, but their bigger ones are really pretty, and they have a lot of, you know, checkered ones or solid print ones to use for other things. Okay, so I always like to make sure that my middle point is not right where the crossbar is, because when you go to hang it on your door, you're not gonna be able to hang it right in the middle because this crossbar is right in the middle. So my middle, you know, I'm gonna kind of eyeball it. It's somewhere kind of around in here, so we'll be able to hang that. So anyways, I'm gonna kind of come in here. I'm gonna try to find a good middle ground here, and I want to put it on the second to bottom wire. Okay, so let's see here. Did I accomplish that? Yep, so make sure there's always a wire in there. It gives you something to tie onto. Twist, 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 and you can either just kind of fold these and tuck these, or you could cut it off and tuck it. I know lots of people who like to cover their backs. I don't always do that, just because, you know, that's more money you're adding into things. And we try really hard to sell our wreaths at a really like affordable cost. But I think as long as you keep things nice and neat and tidy, it doesn't need to be all covered up, you know? But if they want to add something, if they've got a screen door or something, that's, to me, is their prerogative, and they can do that. So, okay. So anyways, here's this. Like I said, if I can figure it out, I will add the picture of the other one. It was different colors, but same kind of concept idea. It was the same sign. Super cute. So I hope you guys liked this video today. Remember to check into the comments so that you can see some of the things that I used, the items that I used. Will be links to those in the comments, and make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you can see other tutorials on how to make some beautiful wreaths and some fun things about chickens and gardening.